Hello, my loves. This practice will be an open level vinyasa. There will be options to advance your practice throughout, so just make sure that you're listening to your own personal body and you're taking the practice at your own pace. If something does not resonate, please don't do it. If you know of something that will help your body to feel a little bit better, then please do that instead. So we'll get started in our Sukhasana, or comfortable seat. An option to maybe take the middle finger and the thumb to touch as I have in the video. This is a mudra of patience. Let's begin to align the spine, rooting the seat bones down and in. And take a deep inhalation through the nostrils. And a deep exhalation out of the mouth. Begin to allow the lower part of the body to really ground into your mat here. Rooting to rise, so sending that energy from the root of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head, aligning the vertebra. Opening up your heart and bringing the chin to a neutral position. You can start to scan the body here, moving at your own pace and just seeking out any personal tension that you may be holding on to. Whatever personal tension you may be feeling, just start to expand the breath into that. And breathing deeper and deeper with each inhalation. And relaxing further and further with each exhalation. And if you have any sort of pranayama or breath practice that you'd like to enter into, you're more than welcome to find that now. Now it's important that we don't forget to change our spiritual oil. Just as any car needs a regular oil change, our human vessel too needs that same sort of care and attention. Yet sometimes we hesitate to make one change in our lives because we think that it'll trickle outwards to many more. But think about how many times you've made changes to your car before you went out and purchased a new one. You change the oil when it gets dirty. For motor oil keeps things running smoothly, and keeping the oil clean extends the life of the vehicle. Now the same thing goes for your physical body. It's important that you care for and change your spiritual oil to make sure that you are operating at your fullest capacity. Just allowing a moment here to cultivate an intention for today's practice. And maybe it's to become a little bit more in tune, aware of when it is you need a spiritual oil change. And we'll begin to take the dominant hand to our heart space, non-dominant stacks on top. Take a moment to tap in before uniting prayer hands at our heart space. If you'd like to take an Om to start the practice, we'll invite a deep breath in now. And gently beginning to flutter the eyes open. We'll grab for that front leg, pull it back behind, do that little shimmy, rock from side to side, and then hands face down to the palms, shrug the shoulders once or twice. And then we're going to inhale, float those hands all the way up, interlace the fingers, push those palms high to the sky, and then exhale, round it out, palms reach forward. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, take a little hinge over to the right. In breath takes you back to center, out breath, a little hinge to the left. Inhale back to center, draw those hands back, and then exhale, round it out, really push the air away. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, release the grip. Let's take a twist, right hand behind you, left hand to that right thigh. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And on that next inhalation, let's reach those hands right back up to the sky. And on the exhalation, drop that left hand back behind you, right hand left near your thigh. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, twist. So just breathing here. And then next in breath, we're going to reach those arms back, up and overhead. And out breath, float them into heart space. Before you drop your hands to knees or thighs, couple rounds of seated cat-cow. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round it out. Big breath in, puff the heart. And out breath, contract. One more like this, deep inhalation. And exhale, round right to torso circles, right shoulder towards left knee. Big sweeping circles here, exaggerated motion. And then just connect with your breath. So you exhale forward, inhale back. And just keep moving and breathing. When you feel called, we'll reverse that circle. And stay with that breath connection. And coming back to center, extend that right leg out on a diagonal line, heel to the earth, sole the left foot into the right thigh. Flex those right toes. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, take that right hand to the inside of the right leg, doesn't matter where you place it, and then inhale that left arm up and over in line with the ear. Open the heart, clench a fist, rotate into that wrist, and then just take it back. Next, inhale, stretch and reach, exhale here. Then we're going to inhale back to the sky, square ourselves, frame over that right leg, and exhale, forward fold. Do that little wiggle if you feel called. Make sure that you're leading with the belly, then the heart, then the head. And stay nice and passive in that right leg. No engagement. Next, inhale, walk it back. You're going to bend that right knee, anchor the hands underneath the thigh, swing it to center, and then lift and rotate that ankle. Take it back. Then we're going to toy around, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. Good. We'll come into our Sukhasana just to switch sides. Extend that left leg out long, sole of the right foot, inner left thigh. Scooch the body around and flex those toes. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, left hand down anywhere to the inside of that left leg, and then inhale, reach those right fingertips up and over. Clench a fist, rotate into the wrist, and then take it back. Good. Inhale, reach, flex. Exhale here. And then we're going to inhale, come back to center, square ourselves, frame out that left leg, and exhale, come down for your fold. And just breathing again, nice passive energy in this left leg. So you're nice and still, nice and soft. Next inhale, take the hands back to the sky, square to center, prayer hands through heart space as we extend that right leg out long. Find a nice big V formation, scooch that pubic bone forward, flex the toes in, fingertips to the inside of the thigh. Nice long torso, inhale, and then exhale. You're just going to start to lean forward. Maybe walk those hands out. Maybe you come down to the forearms. Listen to your body, right? Whatever you feel most comfortable with. Maybe you want to sway a little bit. Create some space. And just breathe. Soften the legs. Next inhale, we'll start to walk those hands back in, straighten the spine. We're going to pull that right knee in, give it a bend, and then take those hands underneath that left thigh here. Draw the heel to center, lift the heel, rotate the ankle, and then take it back. Then we'll toy around, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend. From here, we're going to connect the soles of the feet in front of us. Lengthen those knees out. That little wiggle, find your grounding. Grab for whatever part of the leg, ankle, foot. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, come down for Baddha Konasana. Breathing here, extending through the low back, extending energy out of those knees. Maybe do a little wiggle here. You can start to drop the shoulders diagonally just to loosen up a little bit. From here, exhale, right hand out in front of you or to the foot. Inhale, peel that left hand back. A little twist here, maybe pet a cat if you've got one. Exhale, take that left hand down. Inhale, right arm's going to reach up and back. Breathe. Exhale, take it down, moving actively. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, take it down. Breathing in left. Breathing out left. Breathing in right. Breathing out right. Next, inhale, come to a tall spine, and exhale, just lean. See if you can come a little bit deeper into your bound ankle posture. Inhale, walk those hands back. Grab for the outer edges of the knees, thighs, pull them in. Give yourself a big squeeze. Send yourself some love here. And then we're going to meet in our tabletop position, coming to hands and knees. Stacking the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. From here, neutralize yourself. We're going to tuck those toes. Inhale, drop belly, open the heart, cow pose. Exhale, round it out for cat, chin to chest. Let's sink those hips back a little bit. Inhale, come forward, drop the belly, open up, cow pose. Exhale, push the earth away, round, pull those hips back. Inhale, come forward, drop belly, find your cow once more. Exhale, activate to cat, draw all the way back to really stretching out the upper back, the shoulders. Inhale, come forward. Then we're going to extend that right leg nice and long, lift the heel, draw the top of the left foot down, and hug that navel center up and in. Exhale, pull the knee towards the nose. Inhale, send it up and back. And exhale, round it out. Breathing in, find some length. And breathing out, activate. Inhale, send it back. We're going to draw the ball, that foot down. And from here, you have the option to stay. Or maybe you want to lift that left hand, take a big open twist to the left side of your mat. Moving into an eye of the needle variation, exhale that left arm down and underneath. Be careful for cat. You can always draw that right knee down to the earth instead. Come to the full variation of this posture. Option to inhale that right arm around the low back, reach it towards that left hip region of the body. And just breathe here. From here, we're going to exhale, push that right hand down, maybe inhaling that left hand back to the sky, no matter where you are. We're going to exhale, drop it down. And if that knee is lifted, you're going to sink that to the earth. Inhale, left heel back. And then exhale, let's pull that knee in towards the nose, round it out. Careful you don't kick your cat. Inhale it out. And exhale, hug it in. You're going to round all the way though. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, pull that knee again all the way towards the nose. Inhale, step it back, draw the ball of the foot down. Inhale, reach that right hand up. And then exhale, we're going to come to that same eye of the needle variation. So on the exhale, you're going to pull that right arm down and under. And, we do what we can when we've got furry ones on our mat. So again, you can always drop that left knee back down if that variation serves you. Otherwise, maybe inhale that left arm around the low back, reach for the right hip. From here, push that left hand into the mat. Inhale, right hand up. And then exhale, drop it down. From here, we're going to inhale, step back to plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. So coming into your first Adho Mukha Svanasana of the practice, just pedal those legs, bend one knee, bend the other knee. Just opening up your hamstrings. Let's exhale, take a deep bend into the knees. Inhale, shift it forward to a plank position. Single line of energy with the spine. Breathing in your plank. And then come right up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then we're going to exhale, bend those knees. Inhale, shift all the way forward, Phalakasana. And breathe here. Coming back, downward facing dog. One more. Exhale, deep bend into the knees. And then inhale, shift that weight all the way forward, breathing in your plank pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's tiptoe those feet all the way forward, top of the mat, meeting in our first Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Grab for opposite elbows, allow your body to hang so heavy here. All of the weight from the hips up, released over the hips down. Maybe you want to anchor the fingertips. Maybe you want to interlace the hands at the low back and work into the shoulders by drawing that single fist up and overhead. Find what serves you today and just breathe into that. From here, let's inhale, roll and round all the way to stand. And then as you arrive, a couple shrugs of those shoulders up and back. Then let's inhale, lift the tippy toes, exhale to the heels. Inhale, tippy toes, exhale, heels. Inhale, tippy toes, exhale, heels. Inhale, sweep to the sky. And exhale, part fold, come all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, maybe palms to shins. And exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, part fold, come right back down. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, take it right on back up. And exhale, fold, hinge at the hips, right back down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. And exhale, Uttanasana. Let's inhale, step right foot way back, find your lunge. And then exhale, left foot steps to meet, downward facing dog. And from your dog, inhale, shift the weight forward to a plank pose. And exhale, you would drop down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, come to the belly, open the heart. And exhale, we're back, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Next, inhale, lift that right heel, bend the knee, open up the hips, square the shoulders, push the heart to the thighs. And next, exhale, that right knee is coming to the right elbow. Inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, knee to the nose, hugging around it. Inhale, send up and back. Exhale, right knee towards that left elbow, little twist. Inhale, up and back. And then on the exhale, you're going to draw that knee forward, step at top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen right leg. Exhale, left foot steps to meet. Root to rise. Inhale, come all the way to the sky, hands up. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart space. Take a moment, connect with your energy, your intention, and then inhale, hands up. Open the heart maybe. Exhale, part fold, come all the way down. Inhale, shine that heart space flat back. And exhale, fold. In breath, left foot steps way back. Out breath, right foot steps to meet, downward facing dog. Next inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, you would take a flow of choice unless you've got a cat underneath you. Then we'll meet back downward facing dog whenever you're ready. Inhale, left heel's going to lift. Bend the knee, open the hip, square the shoulders. Exhale, left knee towards that left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee towards the nose, round it out. Inhale, send it up and back. And exhale, take that left knee towards the right elbow before inhaling it to the sky. Exhale, pull that knee towards the nose, step at top of the mat. Inhale, let's straighten through that left leg. Exhale, right foot steps to meet as you inhale, root to rise, hands up. Exhale, prayer hands to heart space. Take a moment, ground your feet in. And then just part the palms, Siddhasana. Inhale, root to rise, lift the tippy toes. Exhale, draw the heels, take the hands down. Inhale, hands up, balls the feet. Exhale, heels and hands lower. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, sink to chair pose this time. Utkatasana, look for your big toes. And make sure your belly's hugged up and in, arms in line with the ears, or come to cactus elbow before you inhale, root to rise, open the heart. Exhale, part fold, come all the way down. Inhale, nice flat back. And exhale, forward fold. On that in-breath, left foot steps way back, find a lunge position. From your lunge, plug the shoulders, lift the belly off of that thigh, and then inhale, hands up, high lunge. And just checking in that the knee is tracked with the ankle, that the hips are square in front of the room. Inhale, hands up. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands back, diagonal line. Inhale, come back up, lengthen that right leg. And exhale, bend and sweep. Big inhale, take it back up, lengthen leg. And exhale, bend, hover the body. Breathing in. And breathing out, drop those hands down, frame out the foot. Inhale, let's peel that right hand up to a twisted lunge. Keep that right knee pulling towards the midline of your mat. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the weight forward to your plank pose. Now this is where you would exhale, take a flow if you don't have a furry animal underneath you. And then we're back down dog. Inhale, walk those feet nice and slow to the top of the mat, meaning Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. And exhale, prayer hands to your heart space. Take a moment, find your Tadasana. Inhale, root to rise, hands up, lift the tippy toes. Exhale, hands down, drop to the heels. Inhale, lift it back up, reach. Exhale, drop it down, breathing in, lift it up. And breathing out, Utkatasana once more, your chair pose. Breathing here, nice tall spine. Inhale, root to rise, open your heart. And exhale, fold, come right on down. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step that right foot way back, finding your lunge. Plug the shoulders in. Release the belly from the thigh. And inhale, hands up, high lunge. Sink those hips, right heel back. Square yourself to the front of your mat. Hips are square. Belly hugs in. And exhale, you're going to lean forward. Inhale, sweep back up. Let's lengthen that left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it forward. Breathing in, take it up. Breathing out, bend and reach. Exhale, drop those hands, frame the foot. Inhale, left hand's going to reach up, big twisted lunge, send energy out of that back heel. Exhale, drop the hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Exhale, either working through chaturanga, otherwise your knees, chest, and chin. So you listen to your body on your flow. Whatever resonates more, maybe you skip a flow and you know that you take child's pose at any point that you need. Otherwise, we're going to inhale that right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, step at top of the mat. Anchor that back foot in, plug the shoulders in, and inhale, we're coming right on back up to high lunge. Square those hips, front of the mat. Arms in line with the ears. Exhale, prayer hands to heart space. Tip it forward on the inhale. Exhale, twist over to the right. Left elbow is going to hook. Maybe you open up full wingspan. Maybe you want to drop that back knee down and variate instead. Listen to your body. Next inhale, twist back center. Lengthen that right leg. Reach those hands up. Balance here. And then exhale, pyramid pose. Let's drop those hands. Frame out the foot. Step forward with the left foot so that the heel can seal. And make sure that your low back is nice and level. Hands can frame out the foot. You can grab for blocks or props. Maybe you want to grab for that ankle. And then just collapse and fold here. Maybe take a halfway lift if you don't feel centered. And exhale, melt your way into the posture. Breathing here. Inhale, open up. And maybe you want to take a little twist by reaching that right hand up. I'm sure that you guys can see how fabulous my hair looks here. Exhale, drop that right hand down. We're going to bend the knee, take a little step back to your lunge, and then drop that back knee down. Either keep the hands down, interlace top of that right thigh, or maybe inhale, hands up for your crescent lunge. Drop those hips. Draw that right knee towards the center of your mat and open your heart. Breathing. Next, exhale, drop the hands, frame the foot. If they're not already there, we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, and exhale, take a flow of choice. Maybe meeting back in a child's pose, knees to mat distance, big toes to touch, sink those hips on back, and drop the forehead to the earth. And just breathe and reconnect with your center. Reconnecting with how your vessel feels. Right? Are you starting to get an air of that tune-up? Right? Every time we step on our mat, this is a spiritual oil change. Next breath, we're back downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, pull that knee towards the nose. Step at top of the mat. Plug the shoulders in. Inhale, hands to the sky, high lunge. Breathe. Next, exhale, prayer hands to heart space. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, we're going to take that twist over to the left. So you want a nice diagonal line. Now again, maybe you open up full wingspan. Maybe you drop that back knee down. Again, just listen to your personal body. Inhale, come back center. We're going to lengthen that front leg, reach the hands to the sky. And exhale, pyramid pose, opposite side, hands frame that front leg, and step that right foot forward so the heel is sealed. Again, grab for your blocks, grab for your ankle, and just exhale, fold, melting here. Option again to maybe keep that right hand grounded. Inhale, left hand to the sky for your twisted pyramid. And then we'll exhale, come back to center, take a little step back, bend that front knee, drop the right knee. Either keep the hands down, hands interlaced, top of that front thigh, or inhale, hands to the sky for crescent. And then just breathing here, opening your heart, no matter what variation you're in. Exhale, drop those hands, frame the foot, tuck back toes, lift up off the knees, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, Phalakasana, plank pose. Exhale, take your flow. Now, if you want a little added intensity, take some half chaturanga push-ups here. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. If that's what your body wants, maybe you want to skip a flow altogether, meet in a child's pose, right? Do that. Maybe you want to come into full chaturanga push-ups, right? Again, listen to you. These are just some options that you can take to variate your practice if you want a little more intensity. Now ignore me for 1 second while I shimmy, shimmy, shimmy my way around so you can see me a little bit better in our next flow. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, draw that knee and step at top of the mat. Warrior 2, back heel seals. Right heel to left arch alignment, arms nice and long, palms face down. Right knee tracked over the ankle, hips square, long edge of the mat. Extend those arms and gaze off the right middle finger. Inhale, straighten right leg, take those hands to touch up and overhead. And exhale, bend, warrior 2. Inhale, flip right palm, come forward. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Heart space open. Make sure that you're light on that back left hand, so you should be able to hover it without a problem. Inhale, come back, warrior 2. Exhale. Breathing in, straighten right leg. Send those toes to the long edge of the mat, and exhale, fold. Come all the way down. Breathing here. Taking what you need. Now this next mini flow is optional. If you have it, you're going to dip into that right groin area, come back center, and then dip into the left groin area. Now you're just going to come back and forth here. Yeah, my hair is a wild mess. We all know this. Maybe you want to sway side to side, right? Again, just a deeper variation. Please don't do this if it's not good for your body. Only if you have this in your practice. Otherwise, maybe you're just swaying from side to side in your wide-legged fold. Otherwise, you're moving, you're breathing, you're moving, you're breathing, and then you're coming back to center. So we'll all meet here. Give those hips a little wiggle if you did that. Dip from side to side. And then we're going to crawl over towards that right foot, pivot into your lunge. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Breathing in your plank. And then maybe you want to inhale, lift those right toes. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift those left toes. Exhale, drop them down. And then we're going to move through a flow. Whatever that means for you. Option to sink back, down dog, child's pose, always. The next breath, we're coming back, don't mind me, while I shimmy, shimmy, shimmy my way around so you can see the other side of the flow. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, pull that knee all the way and step at top of the mat. Warrior 2 once more, back heel seal. Slice those arms. Whew, my hair looks good. Extend those arms. Gaze off of left middle finger. Then we're going to inhale, straighten that left leg. Reach the hands to touch overhead. Exhale, bend, warrior 2. Inhale, flip that left palm. Shanti Virabhajasana, your peaceful warrior. Come all the way up and back. Shine your heart space to the sky. Inhale, take it back up, warrior two. Exhale. Breathing in, straighten left leg, pivot those toes, hands to the sky, inhale. Exhale, come all the way down, forward fold, nice wide-legged fold. Maybe you want to crawl those hands between the legs this time. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, come and take a twist, right hand into the heart, left hand up to the sky. Check in with your low back. You want a nice flat low back. Now you can stay like this or grab that right hand towards the left ankle point. Again, make sure that low back is flat and then that left hand is up. So either option of these twists, I'll guide you through the same thing on the other side. Come back center. And then again, either left hand under the heart, right hand up, check that low back, or you're going to take that left hand to the right ankle region, right hand up. Again, either way, that low back is square. Gently relaxing that hand down, come back center, kick those heels in, toes out, 45-degree angles, sink those hips. Inhale, we're coming up to our goddess pose. So just check your alignment. You want the knees and the ankles, no hyperextension of those knees. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe those thumbs come to the insides of the thighs and you just sway those hips. Maybe you want to round out the spine. Take what you need here. Then we're going to inhale those hands up. Exhale, right forearm, top of the right thigh, left arm up and over. Make sure you're dropping the hips. Inhale to center. Exhale, left forearm down, right arm's going to reach. Sink those hips. Inhale, back to center, root to rise. And exhale, sink back, goddess pose. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, sink it back down, cactus elbow. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, come back, goddess. Take those palms to touch, sink them to heart space. Maybe you do a little baby wiggle before you inhale, straighten those legs, send those toes back to the long edge. Nice open wingspan. Now exhale halfway down. We want the back to be parallel to the earth, crown of the head reaching straight ahead. You should be able to serve an entire meal off of your back here. Breathe. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Breathe it out of the mouth. As you inhale, pivot to that left foot. Find your lunge. And then we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your dog. And then let's inhale, come all the way forward to plank pose. Hold your plank. Maybe you inhale, right toes up. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, drop them down. And then whenever you're ready, take your flow of choice. You would, again, come all the way down if you don't have a cat on your mat. Maybe meeting in a child's pose this round. Reconnect with your energy of prana. Now from here you have the option to stay in Balasana, or if you'd like to take a side plank Vashisthasana, you're going to slowly start to lift to your plank pose. Tuck those toes, activate the belly, shimmy the inner edges of the feet to touch, then you're going to rock to the outer edge of that right foot, right hand into the shoulder, inhale, left hand up. Lift that left hip. Maybe you vary, drop that right knee underneath the hip. Maybe you come somewhere in between, lift that left leg. Breathing wherever you are. Maybe you want to lift that left leg in your full side plank. As we're going to exhale, come back center, roll to the other side. Right hand up. Lift that hip. And again, maybe you drop that knee. Oop, I got bit. My cat bit me. This is perfect for side plank. This is where you're going to lift that left hip so high as if there's a cat underneath you that could bite your hip. Come back center plank whenever you're ready, downward facing dog. Take a big old breath here. Whenever you're ready, right heel is going to lift. Oh, watch out if you've got a cabinet behind you. Exhale, you're going to pull that right knee behind the right wrist. This is a little difficult. Oh, yep, I got bit again. So again, that right knee is going to be behind the right wrist. Right ankle behind that left wrist. We're having fun. Inhale, open your heart. Make sure that you've got something underneath that right hip. You don't want to lean to the right, so your hip should be square. Please. And then exhale, come all the way down. You can always keep those hands down. Find any variation. Oh, look at that. Convenient pillow. If you've got a couch next to you, maybe you grab for one of your couch pillows. Forearms can come down. Or again, if you're leaning right heavy, please grab for a pillow, blanket, anything. Slide it underneath that hip. And just soften. Passive energy. Relax the jaw. What's better than this? You take some of the intensity out of your pigeon pose by getting some cat levens. I'll take it. Silver linings of a home practice. And just continue to remain relaxed. If you've got a king pigeon, let's maybe come into that here. You're going to walk the hands up, bend that left knee, wrap that left arm around, grab hold of the toes, top of the foot, and maybe reach that right hand up. If you've got a bind, hook that left foot to the crease of the left elbow. Inhale, right arm up, and then bend that elbow, grab hold. Now, again, please listen to your body. This is not for everybody, just for anybody that has this in their practice and wants to advance. And I want to try to honor everybody. Whenever you're ready, we're coming up and back, three-legged dog. Now, same thing. If you've got a one-legged flow and you want to have some fun, inhale, come right on forward to your plank. Lift that leg. Exhale, come through chaturanga. Oh, there we go. Cat's there again. From here, we're coming back to child's pose. Again, if you don't have a one-leg flow, take a regular flow. Take something else. Flip your dog. What is it that you need? That's what you should be taking. Right? I am here as guidance and guidance only. What you do is what your body should be telling you to do. Next breath, we're back down dog. Let's inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, left knee behind the left elbow. Oop, no cat this time. Look at that. Inhale, sink the hips down. Again, you're square to the front of the room. Now you can hug that right and left heel towards the hip crease, or you can start to shimmy it more forward for a deeper practice. Now again, if you're leaning left hip heavy, you want to grab for that pillow again. You got a thumbs up on that one. Breathe. Nice and soft. Again, passive energy. No engagement. We're not building muscle. We're extending muscle. Now, same thing, if you took that king pigeon opposite side, you're going to lift it up, bend that right knee, and maybe you just grab hold, maybe you just lift that hand. Now, I'm not as deep on this side, so I don't even have a bind. And that's something beautiful that we have to learn to honor when we don't have something in our practice or we can't quite get there on the other side. Whenever you're ready, gently come out of it. We're going to lift back up, three-legged dog. Now, regular flow, one-legged flow, whatever works for you. If it's a one leg, inhale, come forward. Exhale, sink through chaturanga. Top of that left foot down, and then flip to the top of the right foot. Inhale, open heart. And exhale, take it on back to your balasana. Hips to heels, forehead down. Reconnect with your energy. Before we inhale, begin to walk those hands back to the knees. Now you're going to lift the hips up off the heels. Knees are stacked underneath the hips. Take the hands to the low back. We're prepping for camel posture, Ustrasana. Now maybe you just keep those hands back. Plug the elbows back. Open your heart. Draw the shoulders back. And breathe. Now if you've got full camel, you can tuck those toes. Drop one hand at a time to the heels. Open up your heart. Just make sure that that pubic bone is pushing forward, not pulling back. And send that throat up towards the sky. Nice open Vishuddha chakra. Really good to open up our Manipura, our Anahata, as well as that throat. Breathing here. Whenever you're ready, hands to the hips. Activate the belly, come all the way up. And then exhale, plant those hands down. Round it out to your cat spine. Big breath here. And then let's come to neutral. You're just going to drop to either hip. Turn to whatever way you want to face. And then you're going to flex those toes in, do that little wiggle, make sure that you're rooted. Inhale, hands to the sky. Hug that belly in, and exhale, come down to Paschimottanasana. So again, belly leads, then the heart, then the head. We're not competing to get the forehead down. Next inhale, slide those hands up the legs, reach the sky. Exhale, come back, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, slide the hands up, reach the hands to the sky. And exhale, long-legged fold. Ooh, look at that jump. Yeah, I'll shake my head on that one. He's crazy. Inhale, slide those hands out. And this time we're going to bend the knees, hug the heels to the earth. And then we're going to grab the backs of the thighs, lift those feet, send the shins parallel, puff the heart, nice long line of energy with the spine, reach those arms forward. Maybe you lengthen the legs. Maybe you want to take some crunches. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, squeeze it in. Breathe in, open up, engage the belly. Exhale, hug. One more, inhale. Exhale, hug it back in. Let's drop those heels, give ourselves a squeeze, send yourself some love here. And then very gently begin to find your way into an inversion. So if you've got headstand, you take that. Otherwise, legs up the walls, an option, palms face down next to the hips. Maybe grab for a block underneath the low back, flex those feet. Or maybe you're coming into shoulder stand. You're going to bend those knees, rock the knees up and over the face, grab for the low back, plug those elbows into the earth. Straighten your spine, draw the chest towards the chin, and then lengthen those legs, feet to the sky. Salamba Sarvangasana, your supported shoulder stand. Maybe if you've got an Ujjayi breath practice, you can come into your Ujjayi breath. Deep constriction, very easy here. Now if you're in headstand, you take it at your own pace, legs up the wall, same thing. Headstand, you would come to child's pose to counteract. And if you're up in your shoulder stand, we'll take another breath or two. Then exhale, draw those toes back behind the head. We're going to land in our halasana, our plow pose. From here, let's anchor the hands, bend the knees to the ears, maybe grab for the outer edges of the mat, and you're going to engage to roll the body all the way down. Try to stay controlled if you can. Then we're going to set up for a fish pose, Matsyasana. Let's lengthen those legs, point those toes like a mermaid. You're going to drop the forearms down, stack the elbow with the shoulder. Puff the heart up as if somebody tied a string to your chest and lifted you, then reach the crown of the head back, so nice open throat. Another posture great for Anahata and Vishuddha chakras. Breathing here. When you're ready to come out, chin to the chest, shift one forearm out, and then the other, you're on your back. You're going to interlace the fingers underneath the base of the skull. Just rock the head from side to side a couple times, loosen up in the neck. And if you took any other inversion, just meet us here. Let's inhale, hug that right knee in. Send the right foot up, interlace the fingers behind that right thigh, draw the toes towards the nose. And if you have it in your practice without lifting the upper body, you can walk the hands higher up that leg. Otherwise, just breathe where you are, keep the shoulders surfaced. Now you're going to start to do some leg climbs. Inhale, one hand at a time. We're going to walk it up. Exhale, come down nice and slow. Make sure there's room between chin and chest. Inhale, lift it up, squeeze that belly. Exhale, walk it back down. Inhale, one hand at a time, walk it up. Hold it here. Maybe lift that left heel. You can flex or point. Breathe, squeeze the belly, keep room between chin and chest. And exhale, drop that heel, slide the hands down, relax that right leg. Let's take a full body stretch. And then inhale, hug both knees in. Let's level off that low back before extending the right leg out nice and long, left foot to the sky. Again, if you've got it in your practice to work up the leg, draw the toes to the nose, you can do that. Otherwise, just stay interlaced back of that left thigh. Grab for the space above the butt cheek. Inhale, walk it up one hand at a time. Exhale, walk it right back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time, inhale it up. Hold, maybe lift that right heel. Again, flex or point, doesn't matter. Just breathe into the belly. Exhale, right heel down, slide those hands down, relax that left heel to the earth. Inhale, deep, full body stretch. Then we're going to walk both heels towards that bottom right corner of the mat, both hands towards the top right corner. So you want a nice, deep lengthening of that left side of your body. If you want to enhance, take that left heel over the right ankle. Just make sure your shoulders are surfaced and the low back is surfaced, so you're not rolling to the right side. We're staying centered on the back. And just breathe here, soften here. Again, passive energy stretch, zero engagement. If the heel is crossed, uncross. We'll come back to center with all 4 limbs. Big stretch. And then let's take it over to the left side. And same thing, just finding that parenthesis-like shape. If you took that cross, you're going to hook the right heel over the left ankle here. Soften. Breathe. And just be fully present. Inhale, come back to center, deep stretch in center. Then we're going to hug that right knee in, left knee comes to meet, draw those knees out nice and wide for a diamond shape. If you need something to put underneath the outer edge of the thighs, you can take that. Right hand to the heart space, left hand to your Manipura space, right above the navel center. We're going to come into our yogic breath here, breathing into that lower hand, into the belly. And then continue the inhale up into the upper hand of the chest. Exhale, release out of the low belly. And release out of the heart. And just continue this breath. So think about a wave within your body. Very gently start to pull those knees back in. We're going to hug both knees in towards the heart. Let's lengthen that right leg. Keep the left knee in. Roll to the right side body. Supine spinal twist. Drop the shoulders. And gaze can either be off that left shoulder or straight to the sky. Next inhalation, return back to center. Squeeze those knees in, level the low back, left leg long, drop it to the earth, and then roll to that left side body. So again, shift up onto that left hip, drop both shoulders down, extend that right arm out. And maybe you gaze off of right shoulder, maybe you gaze to the sky. And just soften here, surrender. Inhale, slowly return back to center. Both knees squeeze in. And we'll find happy baby. Pull those knees out wide, soles of the feet up to the sky. So square the feet to the ceiling. Grabbing either for the big toes, outer edges of the feet, ankles, calves, or maybe the backs of the thighs. Swaying from side to side. And just breathing. If there's any other posture that you need, you can begin to enter that pose now. Otherwise, just relaxing in your Ananda Balasana. Whenever you're ready, we're going to squeeze those knees in towards the heart. Say one thing that you love about yourself internally or maybe out loud, being that you're home. Once you've done that, you're going to start to set up for Shavasana. Heels towards the outer corners of your mat. Palms face up. Slide the hands a little wider than mat distance apart. Take a deep breath in. Maybe you want to grab for some props. Personally, I like some support underneath my low back in Shavasana, just a little bit to counteract that natural curvature of the spine. So set yourself up, get nice and comfy, and then we'll begin to breathe. Let's clench everything here, and then just relax into your corpse pose. Soften the toes, up the legs to the hips. Soften the hips to the shoulders, shoulders down to the fingertips. Into the throat, the neck. Relax the jaw, the tongue, cheeks, eyes, eyebrows, and forehead. Whole body is in a state of surrender. Allow your breath to begin to guide you deeper and deeper into the surrender. Allowing your focus to begin to turn inward. And keeping your focus here for the remainder of your Shavasana. Begin to observe your body lying on the earth. And start to take notice of the magnificent shifts that have occurred over the last 60 minutes of your life. Take a moment to show some gratitude for your vessel, your human body, for allowing you the space to move, for allowing you the ability to move. Recognizing that not everyone on this planet is as blessed. So honoring your body for what it does for you, all of the hard work, all of the effort it puts in and day out. Then begin to take notice if maybe it's time to make a change in the oil in your life. Now this could represent changing your eating habits. This could represent ceasing to do something that you know is not productive. This could represent releasing negative relationships within your existence. And this could be using creative energy to dispel any depressive energy. And making positive change doesn't mean that it has to be something radical. You don't have to replace the entire exterior of your car. Sometimes it's just a little tune-up. Affirming to yourself here, I will keep my mind running smoothly by making sure to change my spiritual oil. And acknowledging that every single time you step on your yoga mat, you are doing just that. And we'll slowly start to draw the knees in towards the chest. Roll your way into a fetal position either side of the body. And just pausing here, appreciating this place. And when you feel ready, we'll start to draw up to a comfortable seat. Anchoring the seat bones back in, finding your grounding. Straightening your spine and taking prayer hands to your heart space. Returning to your intention. And just taking a moment to reflect here. One final moment of stillness before you continue about your day. And if you'd like to seal your practice with an Om, take a big breath in now. The light that I hold within me deeply honors that same divine and beautiful light held within each of you. I thank you for stepping on your mats to raise your vibration, which in turn helps to raise the vibration of consciousness as a whole. And for that I will always bow to you. Namaste.